Hi, I'm Tony Fleming, and this is Fleming's Ultimate Garage. Hey, just pulled the hanging tag off of this brand new arrival, just came in. Chevelle Super Sport 454 model. This is a real deal, matching numbers car, and we get a lot of 396 cars in. It's very rare that we get the 454s because they made so few of them. And this car here, as we walk around, beautifully restored, documented 63,000 original miles. 63,000 miles might sound like a lot, but if you're talking about almost 40 years, it's you know, somewhere in the 1,000-mile a year range. So it's pretty incredible when you think about it. But the car's been restored. It's beautiful to look at, and let's take a peek around and see. Tuxedo black paint always makes a big deal to me on muscle cars, and white stripes look even great. This car came from the factory with the parchment white interior and the white bucket seats. We'll look inside and you'll see the console and things like that. But this is the real deal white stripes with a clear coated on top, which is really nice. This is not tape, this is paint. And one of the things I like to show people about paint is the depth and quality of paint. You know, in pictures, pictures can hide all kinds of things. If the images aren't crisp and clear, you can't see the leaves on the tree, you can't see the guy's face, you can't see what kind of camera it is that he's using. There's a reason why, and that's because the paint is not that great. It may look shiny because the sun's glaring off of it, but this is how you tell if paint's really nice. Come check this out. Look at that. That is incredible. You can read that like it's flipped to the other side. If I could read backwards, I'd read it to you. Real deal cowl induction hood, the flapper door. We'll open the hood and let's take a peek and see how all that horsepower. Now listen, these cars were, you know, the 72 doesn't have the same horsepower call out as, you know, the 70s and 71s. But don't forget too, the government changed the way the manufacturers were able to gauge power. And so in 70, it was just an engine. It's just an engine by itself, and that's how they got their power out of it. Then they said, you know what, you guys are not selling cars with just engines, you have accessories like, you know, alternators, water pumps, all those other things that drag down, and that's what they made them finally do real world horsepower. So don't think that the 72s don't really have power, because they have plenty of power. In the case of this run here, this has well over the factory horsepower of the 70 model car. This is closer to 450 horsepower. It's still matching numbers. It's still detailed beautifully, and it's detailed correctly, which is really nice. Now check this stuff out, okay? Vacuum canisters all in place. T-clamps still on here. The correct vehicle emissions decals, right call out for here. Cowl induction hood with all that working. Factory air conditioning, man, check that out. This is really cool. You know, as kids, the first thing we did was rip this stuff out. To find this stuff left in these cars costs $3,000 and $4,000 to reinstall air conditioning. This car has its original air conditioning system in it, and it works and blows nice cold air, and it's just like it rolled off the showroom floor. So if I get a little excited, it's because it's rare to find these unmolested cars that are matching numbers, real deal cars, and just loaded up with equipment. This car has a build sheet, protecto plate, owner's manual. I love hood pins, hope you do too. I just think they look great. So just take a peek down the side of this car. This is awesome, man. Got the correct rally wheels for 72, set of BF Goodrich radial TAs. We'll walk around the back of the car for a second. Stripes are done correctly. Underneath the clear coat, they don't go wrap around the trunk lid. It's got the right SS bumper on it, the right SS tips. Check this out. 12-bolt rear with the F41 suspension. The F41 suspension meaning you got your sway bar back there, a couple other details. This is nice. You open the door and look at that. The light comes on. Nice feature. Got tilt wheel. It's got a factory tack. Got the factory clock, full gauges. We do have the original AM radio for the car. This has, believe it or not, an 80s vintage Pioneer Super Tuner. If you guys remember the 80s, that was pretty cool. Got the rear defogger option right here. Air conditioning controls, air conditioned dash, this is the correct air conditioned car. Coated for the parchment, the white interior. It also has power door locks. It's just nicely done. GM seat belts, things like that. How about I start it for you so you can hear what it sounds like. The one thing I do love too is when the hood closes when you start it up. That's really cool. Some people do it backwards, I don't know why, but it looks really nice when you do that. check out the detail of the trunk. You know, this is where shortcuts start to take place, right? So this has the correct spackle color paint in here. Nicely cleared, coated. It's got a real spare with a matching wheel. Got the right decals under here. All the wiring's been taped up properly, labeled, nestled in here, just like the factory. Got a jack. Not often we actually get cars with jacks and spares and things like that too. Just a cool, cool car. Fit and finish is great. You know, in closing this up, this is the last of the muscle, man. This is the big block, air conditioned, power lock, Tuxedo black, white stripe, real deal Chevelle. This thing rolls down the road. Smoked the tires in every gear, I'm certain. I wouldn't know for sure, but the previous owner told me that this car is pretty powerful, and I believe him. For the little bit that I've driven, it's pretty spectacular. So anyway, full gauges, everything, matching numbers. What an awesome, awesome addition here to the store. We're Fleming's Ultimate Garage. Call us 301-816-1000, and we'll tell you all about it.